Alright, let's pause there. We can cut. Do you want to move inside? Because we're running out of lights and they came out here, so.
Yeah. Welcome to The Window, episode 2. We could call this The Struggle is Real episode because we've had a bit of trouble recording, but hopefully we can go all the way through now. It'll run a little smoother.
We started out there where the sun is, but then the sun went down and we experienced technical issues. So, today's the wall episode.
Yes. Window song reference that I won't make. Never mind. Okay. So, today we are talking about predictions. So, we just kind of wanted a little time capsule again as to what our thoughts are today. Looking forward to the future. Predictions about kind of random things, I suppose. But hopefully they will be interesting to us and others in the future.
Hopefully.
So, our first one is...
I am Baylor, by the way, if this
thank
is your first time watching.
And I'm Cooper.
You can call us Bay and Coop, or Coop and Bay, or Sexy and Big Sexy. I don't know. Anyway, get on with the video.
Okay, so, first predictions, let me hear them regarding YouTube. YouTube's future, maybe in the short term, so like a year, and then in the longer term, say 5 years.
YouTube is a big part of media and social media. It's becoming bigger as time goes on. It's been interesting to watch it mature over all the years. I think that it has a promising future. I think they have a big potential with TV shows. I think they're going to be integrating not necessarily the actual videos, but other aspects, maybe behind the scenes, maybe like certain actors and other aspects of it is going to be starting to be integrated with the television shows and movies, hopefully. I am looking forward to seeing that. Like, for example, Epic Mealtime, they have their own show on TV now. And I think there's going to be a lot more of that in the future. And I think that people will be more recognized for their work on YouTube, which is also very promising.
Yeah, I think those are all accurate. I think also that if YouTube doesn't screw up too bad, because I know content creators go through a lot of crap with YouTube that they don't want to go through, with subscription boxes that don't work part of the time, things like that. But assuming we keep on keeping on and we make it into the future, I would say that, like Baylor said, there'll be more integration with TV and other media, but as well, they'll keep that small, kind of rugged, untamed side. I hope so, at least. So for the smaller content creators, keep them going. Something that you don't see on TV and makes YouTube special is that you can watch people, that only 500 other people watch. So that's very cool. I think there will also be kind of a streamlining of the top cream of the crop type YouTubers with PewDiePie and Smosh and people like that. Just kind of figuring out the formula even better and gaining more subscribers and making it more professional, more of a money maker, more enjoyable for more people.
Right.
So those are our thoughts.
All right. I would like to hear what you think about Facebook's future and social media, but Facebook in particular. What do you think is going to happen with Facebook?
I think Facebook's headed on a bit of a downhill. I see it lasting for a while longer, although I think they won't have the same crash necessarily that MySpace had, but I think they may do something similar with a complete reinvention of themselves. As you know, MySpace started out as a social media website network like Facebook, and then went really far downhill and then reinvented itself as this music site. I think Facebook might do something similar without that tremendous crash. I think, Facebook's smarter than that. So they may go downhill and then drastically change themselves. That's my prediction. I see other forms of media on the, other forms of social media on the rise. And
yeah, that's just what I was going to say, because Facebook is kept alive by, I believe, the older generation, like our parents and our grandparents. We're both like 18, so a lot of our friends in our age group were really adaptable to social media, like Snapchat, Instagram, Vine, all that stuff. We're ready for the new thing as it comes out. But the older generation, they are still stuck on Facebook, and they still stay on Facebook because they use it way more than we do. They use it to connect more, I'm not sure what I'm saying, but like, they use it as a way to just talk to each other more than us younger kids do, because it's a happy medium for them, I would say.
And it's a fairly diverse tool as well, I think, so that if you're not that younger generation who needs a trillion features from different apps and websites and things, it's a solid base. I think that may be partially part of that formula for the older generation sticking there.
Right.
Okay, next topic we have is jobs, where we see ourselves in terms of jobs in the next few years into our whole careers. And it's a bit of a jump from the social media questions, but I'm anxious to hear it. Go for it.
Well, I am going to be majoring in business, specifically marketing, in college. We talked about that in the last window episode. But I'm also going to be doing a lot of stuff related to fitness and bodybuilding in college. So I want to do something involved with both of those things. But I'm pretty sure I'm going to have a job related to marketing when I get out of college, because it's more practical and I'll have hopefully more experience. We've talked about doing internships, which I think is good, getting connections with people while you're in college, so you get experience. And then probably in my late 30s, hopefully early 30s, we'll see where it goes. I want to start my own gym, nutrition company, athlete, sportswear type of thing. But yeah, that's where I see myself in a couple of years. What about you?
I see myself hopefully getting some great connections in college, hopefully getting an internship, at least one in college, that would lead to a great job to get some experience, because I think employers really look for experience regardless of the degree you have. I think that's a big part of any resume, is having some on-site experience. And after that, building up some experience, then I hopefully am free to roam a little more, I guess. And I would like to potentially start my own company as well. And I'm more into the tech side of things, so maybe a tech company or
Tech fitness.
that might work. That'd be cool. Something like that, or working for a video game design company or something like that, I think would be epic. That's what I'm looking for. And who knows? As you know, hopefully, these are just predictions.
Yeah.
And we are still figuring everything out, so.
Where do you see yourself as far as your environment, per se, 5 years out of college?
5 years out of college. I'm most probably going to school in Colorado, and 5 years out of college, I'm assuming I would probably still be living in the States. I think that would be a safe assumption, though I'm not sure. And I'm kind of an adaptable type person, so I could see myself living in a big city like LA or in a smaller place. Wherever my job takes me, I'm pretty game. I could name more places I'd rather not live than places I would like to live. So,
Right.
yeah. And I think Baylor has a little more defined from what I've heard. So,
I'm not sure where I'm going to go to college yet, but it's either going to be in Texas, Colorado, or California. And ideally, I'd like to end up in California, either in LA, Sacramento, San Francisco, one of those big cities. New York would be really cool too, but realistically, probably either Los Angeles, Denver, or probably Austin, I'm guessing.
Austin would be cool, I think.
So I just think LA would be good for me because they're really fitness oriented. A lot of the people there are all about that, and it's a good opportunity for business marketing jobs. Excuse me. So that's where I would like to be.
Cool. I think it's a good opportunity for opportunities places too.
That it is.
Yeah, and I know LA has a lot of YouTube stuff going on too, so that's pretty cool as well.
That's true. That is true.
So that'll about wrap up this episode, I believe. Do you have any further questions, comments?
No, not really. I think that about wraps it up.
Well,
as always, leave any comments that you had regarding other things in this video down below and what you'd like to see next.
Yes, please give us some ideas for what to talk about. We'd love that.
And we will see you next time. Oh, that was so hard, and it didn't need to be that hard.